Greetings friends and random viewers, this is Obzzarvatory. We're back with another tutorial about roofs. Not the cone-shaped roofs or wizard hat-shaped roofs. We've done a tutorial on those already. The link is, well, up in the corner here, you can click it. This time we're going to talk about and show you a few examples of sloped roofs, angles in roofs, and dormers on roofs. It's not like this is some unsolved mystery that no one has figured out before, but the forums are constantly asking about them, and so I've done some testing in the back here, and we'll take a look at it. For some of these things, and we're looking at my testing area now, for some of these things I'm not going to go through and build everything in detail because we've gone through many of these techniques before. I'll just show you how you can apply them to roofs. It's a bit closed off here, but if you have a look at this roof here, I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty simple. We will also talk a little bit about these, about dormers, or much sharper dormers, or strangely shaped and angled and sloped roofs like this one. So let's talk about dormers first. This is basically how I choose to do it every time. Basically just make something 45 degrees at an angle. That's always the easiest way to do something, and the best way you can do that, I'm not even going to demonstrate because it's very super simple. You should be able to to just listen to it. You start at one end, you count blocks, you do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You do the same this way, and then if you drag a line tool in between those, you will have a 45-degree angle. Then you copy that until you have a roof section, and then all you do is you place blocks out from the center, then next to it, and under it, and so on and so forth. Here I've used bigger blocks to begin with and then filled in the gaps with smaller blocks afterwards. I haven't done it in the center here. That way when I smooth this, which is step 2, it will actually not look so good, so I should have done that. I cannot repeat enough that 45 degrees at an angle will make your life much easier always. You don't have to do this with a line tool though. You can just pixelate the entire roof and then smooth that too, to be very precise. When you smooth it, you will get something that looks like this. And this is, I don't really understand what the problem is with this. I mean, it looks decent. This was actually with the old smoothing tool. It's not much change with the new smoothing tool, but that's a very super simple way to do it. Of course, if you do want to modify it a little bit, which is something we always want to do, you can go through and stitch it a little bit with micro-voxels. On this side, I wanted it sharper, so I've stitched it on the edges here. It's just the innermost part of each line. You put a micro-voxel, do that all the way around. And on this side, I've done the same thing, but I've done it like one further out. To demonstrate, this is how that would look when it's smoothed. And this is how that would look once you apply the same material to both sides. Get rid of those stitches. And there's another tip for you. I like to work with different colors when I do modifications to designs, just so I see what I'm doing. It's much easier. So you can see on this side the edge is sharper, and on this side it's smoother than it would be if you had just gone around and smoothed the original design. The by far sharpest and cleanest look you will get using micro-voxels to build this thing. Let me demonstrate. Now I'm going to assume that you know a little bit about micro-voxels because I don't want to make this video too long. So let's say we start off with a dot there, and whenever you're working with micro-voxels, make sure that you use the arrow keys when you want to build something. So we placed one here, we want to go one to that side, one up, place it there. The same process again, one to that side, one up, place it there. Keep doing that. Then when you have a line, you copy it and you paste it to make a roof section. As you can well see, this is a bit tricky, but that's how it is working with micro-voxels. You just have to keep trying to align it. So once you have your roof section there, and again 45-degree angles is your friend, you put the micro-voxel at the top here, start working your way out like this. We're not going to make it super big this time. You have to go all the way over here to connect it, and you have to go back and correct that again too. This would have been a bit better if I had started further down, but anyways, for the example. So we are there, and again, arrow key control and basically pure math. One back, one down, one out. Start new one. Keep going with that one. Out, 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 and out. Go back, correct them, like that. That was too far. And you just keep going like this. Down, out, there, there, and there. And you go back to correct those glitches. When you've done that for a while, it will look like this. And you can see it's still quite glitchy. So a good way to get rid of that is actually to go here and whoop, delete the whole center part. And you will notice as you're deleting, I can show you that actually. You will notice as you're deleting that how the micro-voxels have changed. You can see they are no longer squares. So keep doing this until you have the whole. So looking at that now, you can see there are these glitches on the inside here as well. So what we have to do now is we have to go back and we have to fix all of those angles using a micro-voxel. Stitching it back up. Place it somewhere if we can find it. It'd be great if these arrows were a little smaller. I think we found it there. We can start at the top. There it is. And you go, that was the entirely wrong place. Wrong place. Correct place. So we found it. One out. One to the side. One down. And fix it. Down. Side. Out. And fix it. And when you look on the back side now, that fixes the glitches. Somehow I managed to undo my hole there, but this is the result. And this is the final result. Alright, let me show you how to do some cool, weird organic shapes. I'm just going to assume now that you've seen some other tutorials using organic curve extrusion, amongst others mine. And here we go. Go ahead and fill it in and you have a little house. So lastly we have this type of roof here, and there's a couple of tips I figured out. First of all, the outer border, if you want to have that in a different height like I do here, you can see it curves upwards a little bit. What I have over here, or let me first show you, this is how you do them. When you want something to be shaped like that, the absolutely best and easiest way, this is really easy actually to do, is to pixelate it like this, block by block. So as you can see, this is the original, and the original only has one row of outer, like heightened blocks. You see over here, only one row. I made a version with 2 blocks on the outer one, and that looks much better. There's the top one there. There you can see. So these blocks or voxels, they always work best if you have at least 2 next to each other. I'm not going to talk too much now during building this, but we'll do one in fast forward, and pay attention. It's pretty simple to do. Alright, so that's just a demo, and that was a faster, a simpler variety of the one we did up there. I have no curves in the bottom here, for example. I want to show you one more trick, because now that you smooth the whole thing, like your outer edges are going to be rounded too. There's a way around that, and it's pretty much the same technique as we used before. So this way you can get like sharp edges on your roofs. Just exactly the same technique that I've demonstrated before. So remember, always use 45-degree angles. You can do it in other methods as well, or you can do it in other angles as well. It's just more work, and you'll probably have to go through and weld it with micro-voxels to get the voxel angles to correspond correctly. But I hope this gave you some ideas on how to do things that will look smooth and correct and everything. And don't hesitate to leave a comment in the video comments if you have any questions or suggestions for new videos or to this one. And I'll see you around for the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.